you know, a body count would also tell you the safety part of.
It could. It doesn't necessarily.
Yeah.
It only takes one. It only takes one.
And then you're burning and you're dripping.
Burning and dripping.
You know that.
Yeah, you know who it was. But yeah, so it doesn't. It don't have to be like a high body count.
I know.
No, for example, you wouldn't know if I liked it in the ass. If I liked it in the ass before you wouldn't want to know that. Right, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, if I was giving it to dudes in the ass, right?
I really P. Diddy right now.
Right. No offense, P. Diddy. I'm
sorry. Sorry.
What about you? Do you, as far as your partner, do you want somebody who's like really experienced, who can do everything you like? He can give it to you just the way. He can use his tongue. He can use the whole toolbox. And he knows how to use the whole toolbox.
I think what's important to me is that, yeah. Do you hear something? Yeah. For me,
somebody's mopping.
Mopping.
You like the freaky stuff, huh? I can be naughty too. Real freaky naughty.
What is up,
hey,
YouTube?
Shh. You had the mic for too long now. Let me take over, okay? What is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Cheng.
And I'm Richie Rich.
Yeah, and you know, you gotta relax because go shawty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday.
Anyway.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we know that you've missed this Freaky Friday, so we're giving it to you. So welcome to another version of Freaky Friday. Anyway, so for today's topic, we are going to discuss a very important topic that, for me, it needs to be discussed by both men, women, foreigner, Filipino, especially when you are thinking about getting into a relationship.
Okay.
So our topic for today is,
how many bodies are too many bodies?
That's right.
Like dead bodies?
Body count. Yes. Before we head into this video, don't forget to hit the like, to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
And definitely leave your comments below because you know we always respond.
That's right.
All right, Cheng, kick the intro and let's get into this video. Rolling by trike. Here we go.
So I am Britain's #1 slag. Recently, I booked 101 guys in a day, and yeah, I'm just a massive slag. That's all I can really say.
When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yum yum, and I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest. It's not for the weak, girls. If I'm honest, it was hard.
I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a pro in a sense of like, it's just a different, I don't know how to explain it, like.
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Okay, so I know. So she, what do you call it?
She got ran through.
Yeah, she got ran through, right? I mean, 101 men ran through her in 24 hours. I don't know why you would want to do. Well, I don't know why anybody would want to do that.
If for clicks and for, you know, for if you're up for a challenge, you would do that. I mean, for me, your body is your temple, you know. I don't know. That's too much. I think what makes you different from a prostitute? I'm sorry for the word, but
I mean, nothing really. I don't think anything makes it different because ultimately she's getting paid to do it, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's not getting paid directly by the dudes, I don't think, but she's getting the clicks and she's getting the right. She's getting the likes and the views. So she's getting paid to do it.
I know, but still, in one day you had like 100 bodies counted on you.
That's a lot of mental. That's a lot of emotional baggage that's going on for reals.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's the question. So the question is, how many bodies are too many bodies? So I'm going to ask you that question first. How many bodies is too many?
For me, personal opinion, I think it's 4. Anything that's above 10 or maybe above 5 is too much for me.
You mean for you?
For me.
No.
For my partner?
Yeah, that's the question.
So, because, if I'm going to count men as being men, maybe like 10 to 15.
You gonna break up with me?
No, because for me, what matters is the now, not the past. But
I think
now.
the past matters too, but
that's
a whole nother thing.
Yeah, but what about you? What do you think for your partner? How many bodies is too much bodies?
I don't know, man. I'm saying out here in the Philippines, I would say no more than 5 for sure.
Why is it different here from West?
Because the culture is different.
Gotcha.
Because the culture is way different. If somebody was 38 years old at home and they had only had 5 bodies under them, I mean, I would think it was cool, but I would think it would be a rarity.
Rarity?
I think it would be really rare. Yeah.
So do you think that having a lot of body count on your partner would give her that advantage or leverage when it comes to relationships? Yeah, I think when it comes to relationships, so I think the advantage that it will give you is in terms of sexual relationships.
I mean, I want her to be experienced. I want her to be experienced, so she knows what she's doing.
She can handle her business.
She can handle her business, or so she can handle my business. But I'd rather she have just enough experience and I can teach her the rest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Compared to a person who doesn't have an experience at all.
Because if she got up on top of me and just started I'd be like, hey, this is not her first rodeo. I don't know, man. I think 5 bodies is max.
That's Filipinas.
Yeah, but because where are you gonna find somebody unless she goes to church a lot at home or something like that, or she's Mormon or Jehovah's Witness or something like that? Where are you gonna find somebody with 5 bodies at home at that age? Unless she's been married her whole life.
Got it. Yeah,
the majority of her life or something. When she's newly divorced or something like that, I don't know where you're gonna get 5 bodies.
Got it. So we're basically on the same.
I think same
number.
Right, but okay, if your dude had more than 5 bodies, how would you feel? You said 10 bodies, right? You said
10.
How would you
I would feel a little, what do you call that? Pressured.
Right.
Because
what if he turned you out every time y'all had sex? He just turned you out and just beat your cheeks to death.
I wouldn't care.
Right?
I wouldn't care about the body count.
Yeah.
But just like what I told you earlier.
Not like experience.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just like what I mentioned earlier, I don't care about the past. What I care about is the now.
About the now, right?
As long as you handle your business, then I'm fine.
Okay. All right. We got you. Right. Do you think most Filipinos would tell the truth? Do you think most Filipinos would tell the truth about their body count? First of all, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think you gain anything by asking how many people somebody slept with. I think you need to know you need to understand safety stuff. Is this person healthy? Is this person carrying any diseases or anything like that? But I don't think you gain anything positive by asking somebody how many people they slept with.
Gotcha.
My question was, do you think most Filipinos would tell the truth? I personally don't think they would tell the truth.
In my honest opinion, I think they would, not tell you the truth, because face is very important here in the Philippines. And also, having a lot of, this is what I think only, having a lot of body count has the stigma that, that you're flirty and you...
3 or 4.
Yeah.
He belongs to the streets.
Yeah, that's what it is. So do you think that women in general would not tell you the truth about having...
I don't think they'd tell you the truth. I think they would always minimize it and make it lower than what it really is.
She's not gonna tell you the
She ain't gonna tell
real
you the
body
truth.
count.
No, because she's afraid you're gonna run. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think people's body counts are often exaggerated, downplayed, or hidden? Why do you think that is?
I do think it's exaggerated by men. I do. By young men.
By young men.
I don't think that, I think when men get to a certain age, I don't think we do dumb stuff like that anymore. But I think by young men in high school and early college, I think it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So also, you think it's downplayed or hidden? I think for me, it's for women.
They definitely downplay.
Downplay or hide.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't want that perception. They don't want to be seen as a 304, somebody who's easy, somebody who sleeps around and does this or that. So I definitely think women downplay it.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think having a high body count affects men mentally, emotionally? If so, how?
I'm going to say yes. And I don't think a lot of men will say this, but I'm going to say yes.
Why?
And
How so?
Because you get, I can't think of the word, but it just becomes sex. It's like numbers, right?
It's not something special?
Yeah, you get removed from, it's just like you're just running up a number. You're just running up numbers and yeah, you get detached.
Oh.
You get detached from the people or the person, and it becomes more robotic that you're doing it. And it's not because it's special or because you're with somebody that you care about. It's just because of the act. The emotion thing is a part of it, but also I think the other thing is you can't, when you get to a certain point where your numbers are so high, you compare. You automatically compare to this person and that person, and you might get with somebody who you really care about, but when you have sex with her, it ain't the same as when you was messing with Betty Sue or when you was messing with Zelda or whoever it was. Zelda turned your ass out, but your current wife is just okay, right? And so you're gonna be thinking, damn, Zelda used to take care of me, right? Or Zelda used to top me off.
You can't help but compare.
Yeah, you compare. Or here's another thing. What about your ex or somebody you used to sleep with or have sex with? What if their bodies look way better than your current girlfriend's body or your current wife's body? You compare. You might not mean to, but you can't help but compare. So I think emotionally, it plays a role because I mean, if somebody else's body looks way better than your wife's body, your girlfriend's body, that might, it messes with you mentally because you're imagining somebody else.
So I'm just like relating it to my students. So for example, you only remember the students who are good and who are bad.
Right.
So those are only the two things that you remember.
Exactly.
So I think that's what you're trying to imply.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you remember that stuff. It does mess with you mentally and maybe even emotionally because I do think you just become really detached from the moment. What about you? Do you think having a high body count affects women?
Yeah, it does because just like what you said, it's you can't help but compare. When you're doing it, you can't help but he was some sort of a
right. He didn't hit that spot.
Yeah, he did.
Right. He didn't hit that spot. He didn't.
He didn't.
Right.
Like did that the way
do certain things.
The way he did that to me, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think it does mess with you mentally and also emotionally.
Let me ask you a question. You've never compared?
No.
I mean, I know I'm not. I know that you have very limited experience as far as numbers, but you never
No.
Come on, quit.
No, I'm not lying. Because for me, it would be unfair to my partner if I'll be thinking of some other guy, even if it was my.
You never think about it afterward,
No, really, I did not.
Okay, me neither.
Whatever, dude. Because for me, that's no. I don't because when you're thinking it, but that's sometimes people slip. Slip their mouth, when you're thinking of someone else, and then when you're doing it, you're gonna
Jennifer.
Who's yeah, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're thinking it subconsciously,
Right.
you might, have the slip of tongue.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. When you start a new relationship, do you think you should be able to talk to your new dude about past relationship or past sexual experiences?
When it's brought up, I mean, you're not just gonna bring it up just for the sake of bringing it up. It has something to do with safety. You also have to know the past experiences, because a body count would also tell you the safety part of. It could.
It doesn't necessarily.
Yeah.
It only takes one. It only takes one.
And then you're burning and you're dripping,
burning and dripping.
you know that.
Yeah, you know who it was. But yeah, so it doesn't. It don't have to be like a high body count.
I know.
Yeah.
But the moment you knew you're burning, somebody call 911.
'Cause I'm burning up.
I know, right? But I think it's very important that you know also a history, but you're not gonna ask unless it's been brought up.
No, but I don't know if I agree, because I think if you're in a relationship, especially a new relationship, I don't need to know how many dudes you slept with. But what I do need to know, I need to know about safety. I think you need to know their history. It's not like something you need to talk about while you're in the act of having sex. But I think you need to know, what they did, what kind of stuff they did. For example, you wouldn't know if I liked it in the ass. If I liked it in the ass before you wouldn't want to know that? Right. That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, if I was giving it to dudes in the ass, right?
I mean, P. Diddy right now.
Right. No offense, P. Diddy. I'm
sorry.
Or Will.
Sorry.
But
I just remembered it.
I know. The one video we did a long time ago. Right. But anyway, but you would want to know that, right? I mean, that's important.
Yeah.
That's really important, right? Because you start thinking, well, he gave it to this person, that person in the booty, then who knows what he might
do.
You don't know. So I think your sexual past is important, but that's stuff you need to talk about before you jump in.
Yeah, I got you. I understand.
Okay, so next question. Do you think body count is an indicator of someone's character?
So for me, I think it is. It does. And because it has something to do with your decision-making skills. So women control the access to the boot knocking. So it is always the decision of the woman who she will allow to have, boot knocking with her. It depends on your decision-making skills. So I think it has something to do with your character as well.
I think it has a lot to do with your decision-making skills. Or I think it could have something to do with your character. I don't think it necessarily does, because people go through different phases in their life. They go through times in their life when they might be down and they might make decisions that they wouldn't normally make. And it could have something to do with your character at a certain period in your life.
Maybe it has something to do with your, at that stage of your life, you want to explore sexually.
It could. And that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily think that it has to reflect negatively on your character. You're hanging out in the bars every night or the go-go clubs, and you're taking the dancers home and all that. I had to reflect. I mean, I had to backtrack on that, because I was like, as I start thinking about it, what if that's just how somebody gets down, right?
That's his preference, He doesn't want to be in a committed relationship. He wants to be single.
Yeah. And as long as he's being honest about it, and I can't be mad at him, right?
So do you believe that a higher body count is a deal breaker in any relationship?
I don't know.
Can I answer first?
Yeah, you go first.
For me, as a woman, if I'm gonna look at my partner's body count, I don't think it matters to me, because just like what I said previously, that what matters to me is the present. So as long as you're the person I'm with now, so I know you have past experiences which will put pressure on me a little, especially when you have good sexual experience with your partner. So it's going to put pressure on me.
That's good pressure.
Yeah, but
that's good pressure.
But I think that the past matters, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it should affect your current relationship.
Oh no, okay, but what if she was an OnlyFans?
It differs from a woman's.
What if she was? What if she was? What if she was a
That's a different for
but
men.
But she ran up numbers.
I got you. I hear you.
She ran up numbers, and she was getting run through.
So this is the part where, you know, the decision-making skills, that's her choice before, but she chose to do it differently now, but still it's her past.
Okay, so
counts.
what's the difference between somebody being doing OnlyFans and somebody having a hot girl summer and just running up numbers over the course of over summertime, just going out clubbing and just running up numbers? What's the difference?
The difference is that the OnlyFans girls get paid.
She got paid for it, but they both got ran through.
Yeah, they both got ran through,
So-
but the other person, the hot summer girl, doesn't put it on blast on the internet for everyone to see. But the OnlyFans girl, you know, she's really like proud of her body. I think that's the difference. The body count of my partner does not matter to me unless he's OnlyFans or a porn star before. But I don't know the point of view of a man having a woman with a high body count.
I'm a little torn, and I guess the word high is relative; it's subjective. I mean, but I'm a little.
How high is too high?
Yeah, how high is too high, right? I'm a little torn because I do want her to be experienced. You know, I want her to have some experience.
Just
Come in.
enough.
Yeah. I don't know. The answer
You
is I
don't
know.
want a partner. Do you want a partner who knows everything in the?
No, because
She's an expert.
This ain't her
She's
first
been
rodeo.
doing.
Yeah.
She's been doing this for a living.
No, I don't want nobody like that.
You want someone who's knowledgeable at some point, but you know can still teach her, or you still lead the way.
This is the way.
What about you? Do you, as far as your partner, do you want somebody who's like really experienced, who can do everything you like? He can give it to you just the way. He can use his tongue, he can use the whole toolbox, and he knows how to use the whole toolbox.
I think what's important to me is
You
that do you hear something? For me,
Somebody's mopping.
mopping. But anyway, but for me, I think what's important is that he knows how to do basic things. You know, that's what's important to me. And as long as he makes me satisfied, I keep him satisfied. I think that's important.
Right. Okay. All right. Do you think a higher body count means that someone should be more experienced in bed?
I don't think so. Because, you know, just like when you age, you know, age doesn't necessarily be equivalent to wisdom and to experience.
Okay.
You might be of certain age, but you don't have the wisdom or you don't have the experience. I think that's the same with the body count. Or it doesn't necessarily mean that when you have a high number, it doesn't equivalent to, you know, you're more experienced in bed. How about you?
I would hope, for a woman, I would hope it would mean that she's more experienced. Yeah. If she did it 200 times, you would think she would get better. But maybe not, huh? Maybe not. If she just
If she's doing
if she was
like
just a
a
starfish,
fish.
right? If she's just starfish,
Just taking it.
right? Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of women, I'm not saying all, but a lot of women don't want to do the work. You know, they just want to take it. The last question is, how do you think the idea of body count changed over the course of X amount of years due to the online dating and the hookup culture?
Social media changed all of that. The modern girl era has changed all that and made people believe that that being sexually active with as many partners as possible means freedom, and I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't agree at all.
I also don't agree, because here in the Philippines, where we're known to be, you know, a mostly Catholic country, you know, it has something to do with religion. I'm just stating that, you know, a lot of people before thinks that premarital sex is a sin, and then a lot of people are not engaging into it. But due to the rise of, you know, online dating and then social media, as you said, and the hookup culture, which is slowly transitioning from the West here, unfortunately, So
That's quickly
quickly transitioning. So I think, you know, it influenced a lot of younger generations now that, you know, they don't really care about the body count anymore.
Right. Yeah, I think it's too bad. I think it's quickly transitioning here. There's a lot of women that are way more open to sex, way more open to sex on the first date. It happens, and it happens regularly, more regularly than I think a lot of people here would want to admit.
Yeah. So what do you think? How many bodies are too many bodies for you?
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
More than 5.
More than 5.
More than 5, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. You know what? Go ahead and lie to me. Go ahead and lie. Just as long as she's clean and she's healthy, I wouldn't ask her. I just wouldn't ask her, because if you ask me how many people I've had sex with, I'm not going to tell you. That's it. I'm not going to tell you. Because I don't think nothing comes of it but for you to judge the other person. I think it's a reason for you to judge the other person based on their body count. And I just don't think it matters. How much is too much? If she had 10 bodies, if she had 20 bodies, would it change your mind? Would you stop dating her? Would you just cut it? Would you just cut her loose in that moment? Just because of the amount of bodies she had. What if she was good to you? Cooked, clean, took care of you, did all that stuff, but you just found out she got 25, 35 bodies. Would it change your mind? Would it make you feel different? You already been up in the guts. So, I mean, you already been there. I mean, now you found out a lot of other people have been there before you. So, I mean, what difference would it really make? I think if you're confident, as long as this person that you're with is good to you, takes care of you, and she's healthy. In other words, she's healthy. She's not giving you any disease. She ain't gonna leave you burning, itching, or dripping. Then I don't know that it matters when it comes to her disposition or her mental, or emotional state. That's where it matters, because a lot of bodies can leave a traumatic impact on some people. So so you do have to check her out and vet carefully. I always say that. Vet carefully. All right, so we're glad to bring you another episode of Freaky Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. We're looking forward to our live stream in just a few hours. So join us 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Looking forward to the live stream and joining all you guys. Q&A session. This one is a Q&A session. You ask the questions, we got the answers. Whatever you want to talk about, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yes, and it's also our time to greet Rich. A happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Anyway, I'm an old man.
You're not an old man. You look 37.
I look no 37. But you know what? I feel good. That's what matters. All right. We'll see you guys on the live stream just a few hours. In the meantime, Merry Christmas to you all. Happy holidays. And we can't wait for you guys to join us on the live stream.
Don't forget to hit the like, to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
And drop those comments.
And we know, and I know, he knows that you know that. I know that you know that.
Dude, come on, man. Come on. Let's shoot the video.
Okay, all right. So welcome to another version of Freaky Friday.
All right.
Why are you so giggly?
I don't know. What the hell?
I don't know. There's something
You're
with
giggling all day today, like teenage schoolgirl.
Anyway.
But I think you need to know, like, what they did, what kind of stuff they did. For example, if I liked it in the ass before you wouldn't want to know that? Right. That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, if I was giving it to dudes in the ass, right?
I mean, P. Diddy right now.
Right. No offense, P. Diddy. I'm
sorry. Sorry.
But
I just remember them.
I know. The one video we did a long time ago. Right. Drop those comments.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger. What?
What
how is that? Wait, how does...
It's like an action movie.
This is what I deal with every day, y'all. Behind the camera. Yeah. How was that? Anyway,
I'll be back.
Okay. All right. If you like this video, we have other videos that are just as good, if not better. So check those out too. In the meantime, in between time, I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
And this is Chang.
Deuces. We're out.